Hi, it's YYC Athletes with Zeke. In this channel, we'll get to know more about your favorite Calgary athletes. Please subscribe.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of YYC Athletes with me, your host, Zeke. In this episode, we'll take a break from interviewing basketball athletes or athletes, as this time we'll have a basketball coach with us. Here with us today is Coach James Tabaniag of Calgary Chinooks basketball. Hi guys. So today we're gonna take a break from basketball athletes.
Yep.
We'll get to know a coach. We'll get right to it, Coach.
Yeah.
What got you into coaching, or why are you coaching?
It started actually a couple of years back when my son was 5 years old.
Yeah.
He's 9 now. And we attended a basketball camp for him, right? And, you know, as a parent, you're just there sitting down, watching your kid, filming him and stuff like that, right? I play basketball myself. So my wife was like, kaya mo yan. Bakit di mo gawin, you know, or open ka ng business. And it was in the Northwest as well. So sabi ko, Northwest, pareho kami. We might clash, right? So I didn't have that confidence yet. So because I was a chef back, like my background is as chef. So like I was busy for like maybe 10 years when I got here. I was here in 2008. I didn't have time. But that time I kind of had time to play basketball, playing basketball, right? And I kind of went around the Filipino leagues and stuff like that, right? And I built friends, and I kind of showed them that I can play, right? But that time I was like, I'm shy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just starting. So I just let it go, right? So I was just there. I was a parent watching. But it was last year, just right after pandemic.
Yeah.
I enrolled my son again to another different in the Northeast.
basketball
Camp, right? And it was a big one. Like there was like probably 80, 100 kids, right?
That's a lot of kids.
A lot of kids. Like it was good, right? And again, I was just there. And then
Just watching.
so I was like, I can do that. I have experience in basketball, right? I play basketball, so why not? So we started. That was what summer last year. We started just like training in our side yard.
Yeah.
I trained my kids. I bought some cones in a dollar store, right? And then I just thought of like some exercises that I can teach them. And I have 2 basketball courts on my side yard. So we are really into basketball. And then that kind of sparked it to start.
So it all started from you being a dad, having a kid, you know, seeing that they have this interest in basketball. You enrolled them to different clinics here. But then you, as a dad, you're also a basketball player. So you realize, I can do that.
Yes.
That's what got you into coaching.
Yes, that's actually what inspired me to. I have been playing basketball since I'm maybe 5 years old.
Okay.
So I was 5 years old.
So let's talk about that, Coach. You've been playing basketball since 5 years old. Where did you start playing basketball?
Nag-start ako sa Milo Best.
Milo Best? Batang Milo Best ka pala, Coach.
San Agustin.
sa Philippines?
Philippines, yes.
San Agustin.
San Agustin. I'm not from San Agustin, but we found that kasi sila Ronnie Magsano, like they're very popular, right? So my mom saw that I was into basketball and enrolled me. I was there for just 3 years actually. I didn't finish the whole thing.
How long is it usually?
Usually four years. Yun, maybe like level 4s and stuff, right? Level 1, 2, 3, 4.
What age were you in at that time?
That time I think I was 8 years old.
8 years old.
8 years
okay.
old, yeah. But I started playing basketball like just
Like on the street.
in the Philippines, you know, like
you can play
there's basketball.
Yeah.
Rings everywhere, right? So yeah.
So you enrolled, your parents enrolled you to a camp back in the Philippines.
Yes.
It's called Milo Best.
Yes.
Some people probably relate to that. I can relate to that.
Yeah.
So that's where your basketball story started. And then, did you play in like a varsity team?
Yep.
After that?
So I was in Obi Montessori in Santa Ana, I think, and I was my first varsity gig was well, I was grade seven.
Grade seven.
Grade seven, yeah. So I was chosen as a varsity player, but our team is not good. But like at least that was like kind of my experience, and ever since. And then I transferred to high school, and ever since I was kind of like, oh, this is the basketball guy. You know? First 2 years I wasn't a varsity player though when I transferred. But the third year I was.
You were the guy. So
Yeah,
from a young kid, you became a varsity player in high school.
Obi Montessori.
Yeah, and then you went to college.
Yeah.
What happened
So in college it was a very different story. But again, like there's barangay.
Inter-barangay
Inter-barangay. I live in Merville, Parañaque. So like basketball there is like really big. Nandun sila EJ File, sila UAAP players and stuff like that, right? So you're going against like good players, like
high caliber
players, right?
EJ File, a basketball player. It's like 7-1.
Yeah, right.
So you played against
Against
like
those
him.
guys, yeah. And then my brothers as well. I have two other older brothers, and they play basketball too. So they were like the three Tabaniags, you know, like we're in one team,
you were
right?
known
Yeah,
to be the basketball family. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then in college naman is I pursued being a chef.
Okay.
So being a chef is no joke. So like it's really like hard, long hours, hard days work. So I kind of like put the basketball aside, but I still play in barangays and stuff like that. I still get some awards here and there, right? I still find time to play basketball.
Okay.
And do what I love, right?
So you were a student first at that time, I guess. So you focused on your studies, which was being a chef.
Yes.
But outside school, you played in leagues.
Yeah.
Inter-barangay
Of
leagues,
course,
right?
And different ones. It's not just in Merville. Like we joined like other subdivisions as well and other leagues.
Tell us more about those like inter-barangay leagues in the Philippines.
It's because for us like in Merville by colors in so I was team black,
Team black,
and you were
okay.
against team gold, and then there's mosquito division, mini division, juniors, seniors, midgets, like that, right? So I started off with mosquito, and right off the bat we just transferred our house there. We transferred and we bought a house there, and then I started mosquito, and right away we reached the finals. It's not just because of me. I'm just saying.
First time
first time I played kind of like a inter-barangay kind of thing, like, and we reached the finals. We lost 1 point. But
ouch.
But it was we had a chance to win too. But we went to the finals.
So mosquito division, then you moved up, I guess, to juniors.
Midgets or mini.
Midget, yeah.
So mosquito, I think we had like at least one championship.
Okay.
Mini we didn't. Juniors as well.
So
But
this
seniors,
is juniors. This is where like the competition gets hard.
kind of like you're like 17, 18 years old. Like those are the young kids who can like dunk and 3 points and like
Everyone's fast.
Man. And I was working. I wasn't like just training to play basketball. Right? I wasn't.
You were a chef. Like, you tried to be a chef.
I'm trying to study, right? So, but still, nakasabay naman. So,
So people from the Philippines would relate to your
course.
inter-barangay stories.
Yes.
Andyan yung maingay na crowd.
Sobrang ingay. And then you can eat, like the street food on the side after games and stuff, right?
What's your craziest inter-barangay story, if you can remember one?
Inter-barangay story.
Like it could be when you were playing or you were just watching.
I had one when we were down 1 point and we inbounded the ball from the other side of the court.
Okay.
And
This is end game situation.
End game.
Okay.
It's like I think 5 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And it happens that like I was there.
Yeah.
And inbounds pinasa sa akin.
Yeah.
And then I just rushed, right? And then everyone was trying to steal the ball.
Yeah.
And I got away from them.
Yeah.
And then I ended up doing a layup.
Uh-huh.
Not
You were
with
down
the weight, down by one.
Down by one, okay.
With like a strong against the strongest
Yeah.
team too. And then I'm a righty.
Yeah.
But I did it with my left because someone was trying to
Yeah.
right? And I hit the
Game winner. James Tabaniag for the win.
and then I was just like you know, and everyone was like, right? So like it but that was kind of like something that I wouldn't have played.
Yeah, that's great. So now we got to know a bit about your basketball story. Now you're in Canada. Are you still playing basketball?
Yeah. Well, I had to stop it just because of my league right now,
Yeah.
my camp right now. But I used to like no Filipino leagues.
Yeah.
So like
It's
I played,
everywhere.
I played wherever I can.
Yeah,
Right. And I go against usually it's the same people naman yan.
Yeah,
Diba?
the same faces.
Same faces, diba?
Yeah.
Magkakaiba lang na teammates. So
Yeah.
so I go against them. And I gain experience. There are a couple of times where I get awards here and there.
Yeah. What kind of awards? Like we want to no, not bragging. Just want to know. You just want to know.
It's so there were maybe 2 times I was an MVP.
Okay. Wow.
One of them was
not an easy feat, especially here.
no, you're against like these young kids, right? That's like upcoming and
Yeah.
stuff, right? So that was an honor.
Yeah.
So 2 times and a couple of mythical 5s and stuff like that, and then a couple of championships as well. So
Well, thank you, Coach, for sharing your basketball story. Right now, we're gonna transition over because you mentioned that you have a basketball camp, right? What's the name of your basketball camp?
So it's Calgary Chinooks basketball. I started actually I marketed last November.
Fairly recent.
Fairly recent, like just right after,
Yeah.
like what I said, just right after COVID, right? When it opened up, I seized that opportunity, and then it's for our winter camp. So I started the winter camp a little late instead of January.
Yeah.
I did it February just because I wanted that extra time to market and get people. To be honest with you, my target was just 25 to 30. And
How big is it now?
now it's 52.
52 kids.
And there's
So initially you started with a goal of 25. So you've more than doubled your goal.
to be honest with you, I just wanted to just train my kids.
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier, this all started when you saw your kid, having that interest in basketball. You enrolled them to different camps here, and you realized, wait a sec, I can do this too.
Exactly.
And so you came up with Calgary Chinooks basketball.
Yes.
Your goal was 25 kids. Now it's
52.
52.
Yeah. So like that's for winter, February to April. And then we're doing. So my goal is to have like 2 training days on the weekdays and then 1 Sunday game. So like they go against each other. Whatever we learn from the trainings on the weekdays, we apply it on the games. Right?
What
So it's
age
fun.
group is this coach?
So I have 2 age groups right now. One is Tykes, 5 to 8 years old.
5 to 8.
And one is U11, which is 9 to 11 years old. And I'm itching to actually extend that to 12 years old, to be honest with you, but not yet. So, yeah.
How's your experience so far? Like, when you probably started this, you were just imagining how to teach your kids. Now that you're actually doing it, how's your experience so far?
To be honest with you, I am like I always want to work I always had that mentality to like I can do it by myself, but with this. I don't know if you saw it today.
Yeah.
There's like 19 of them, right? So I can't really manage that, right? So I had to get some volunteers, and stuff like that, right? Scheduling issues and whatnot, right? And I actually kind of forced my wife to help me out. So sometimes she's the assistant coach,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
But not really the coaching side, but like making sure that if someone gets hurt, like we take care of them. The parents have questions. He's there, and I'm training my 9-year-old kid to kind of like, hey, here's a whistle. And be on the other side, right? So it's not easy. I thought it was gonna be a walk in the park, but
I'm just gonna train my kids.
no,
But then it's something else when
I'm gonna lose my voice soon. So just imagine training 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, right? So like I'm always yelling, but for me, I'm really good with kids, so I enjoy being with them. Just because, like I have kids of my own, and I take care of them.
Yeah.
And I make sure whatever I know, I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna teach them.
Well, Calgary Chinooks basketball. Where do you see Calgary Chinooks basketball 3 years from now, coach?
Yes. I hope it's not just 52 participants.
Yeah.
It's going to be more. I'm targeting the northwest side.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, just because kailangan pa kaming dumayo eh. Right? I have to go to northeast. I have to go south.
Yeah.
Because they have good basketball camps out there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But in the northeast,
Many options.
exactly, right? But like in the northwest, like there's really
Not a
nothing.
lot.
Not a lot,
Not a lot,
right?
yeah.
And I want to build a basketball community here,
Yeah.
and not just Filipinos. It's it's for everyone.
It's for
right.
everyone, yes.
Whoever wants to learn. So like everyone's welcome here.
As they say, coach, basketball is a universal language.
Universal language. Yes, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to teach everyone. As long as you can get a ball and dribble it and shoot, like you're a part of basketball. Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's kind of like what I tell them.
So, coach, a few more questions left.
Sure.
If I'm a parent, why should I choose Calgary Chinooks basketball as the basketball camp where I'm going to enroll my kids as compared to other camps?
For sure.
What sets you apart, basically?
I think I target the northwest. So like if you're a parent from the northwest,
Okay,
of course
first
you're gonna
northwest.
like that quadrant. And we are very hands-on. So I don't know. Yeah, it's like today you probably
Yeah.
saw how hands-on I was towards kids in trying to explain to them from A to Z. The problem with some other camps that I see is like there's so many kids.
Yeah.
And you can't really focus on
80
each
to
one.
100.
Right? For me, I cap my camps to at least 20 to 25, and I would have 2 or 3 volunteers. And I am the main coach, right? And I make sure that I kind of like, see and touch each one of the students every time.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of, I think, what sets me apart. And I'm very well organized as well. Ask any parent that is signed up right now.
Yeah.
Like I do emails, I communicate, I talk to them after and even before the trainings, and I ask them like if there's any problems. I just sent a survey last week. I'm here to improve myself and to give what I know to whoever wants.
So, speaking of improving yourself, coach, how do you do that?
So right now I am enrolled in the NCCP.
Is it the national coaches?
Coaching, yeah.
For, like Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm in the first steps of that. I think because of COVID, parang tinanggal nila yung meron silang mga
In
workshops.
person? Yeah.
Mga workshops. Eh. So I'm just waiting for that to open and attend one. And I'm gonna get like at least a certification.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how I improve myself towards a bigger goal, which is from 52 to maybe getting my own gym.
Yeah.
Or, something like that, right? Like hindi naman bawal mga.
Yeah. Dream big, as they
Dream
say.
big,
right?
exactly.
Well, coach, really appreciate your time tonight. I know you're busy.
Yep.
You're tired too. You just finished coaching, and you still gave us
worries
this
at all.
opportunity. This time, I'd like to give the floor to you to invite parents or kids who are interested in joining your Calgary Chinooks basketball camp. How can they reach out to you?
For sure. So we have our next camp coming. So it's a spring and summer camp. It's from May 1 to July 31st. Again, the setup is 2 training days on the weekdays, 1 game day on a Sunday. The best thing about this is a little different from the winter one. Is I will have 2 groups of kids, and then on Sundays they're gonna go against each other. So I created kind of like a Northwest Calgary Basketball League. Where it's just internal. It's just for us. But like this group of kids are gonna go against the other group of kids. There's gonna be probably 2 or 3 teams each, and it's like a round robin kind of thing, right? And then hopefully there will be a championship and make it fun. So
Well, there you go. Parents, if you're interested, don't hesitate to reach out to Coach James Tabaniag. Coach James, we learned a bit about his story today. Started very young in the field of basketball. He's a full-time chef.
I'm still working.
But
It's my passion. I love it.
he's pursuing his passion. He's sharing his knowledge to kids, especially here in the Northwest. What sets him apart from other camps is he's very hands-on. He's very organized, and easy to talk to. So don't hesitate if you're interested in enrolling your kid or kids to a basketball camp. Consider Calgary Chinooks basketball. This has been another episode of YYC Athletes with Zeke. Thank you for watching. Before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to my barber, Christian at Z Cuts. Thank you for the haircut. Everyone, have a good night. See you in the next episode. Thank you.